Hey everybody! Welcome back to Northernlion Plays The Binding of Isaac Afterbirth Plus. We lost yesterday's daily, but it was, dare I say, it was a good loss. Random. I don't know why I always start these runs and I go, ooh, I'm Samson. I wonder what the seed is, and I wonder what kind of stats we got. I'll spoil it for you. We got Samson stats, and we got no seed, because it's the daily. If you didn't do the run today, you missed your chance, okay? I don't think we're living in that era, though. I think we've come to realize, in an Isaac-related context, you know, every daily, or every run, I should say. Oh, that was just terrible. Just because, you know, it's a... Please stop moving. Just because it's a good run, you know, you don't have to be salty if you missed it, you know? There's a non-shortage of good runs. You're always going to be able to get some good runs, is what I'm trying to say. Just play more. Now, I'm very embarrassed with my damage penalty early. Check this out, though. But I think that it doesn't matter too much right off the bat. What might matter is if this is a secret room. No secret room, but still really good. Because the whole point of this... Oh, it's paying dividends, boys. The whole point of this is if we can get an arcade on the second floor, Samson runs start to pop off. So we get another bomb. What do you do with that? I mean, that could be a second secret room, but I think we'd rather just save this one. By the way, I will not be popping data miner. I've really, and we noticed it because there was a run in which we almost died recently in which we took Dunce Cap. The number of unacceptable items continues to grow for me. Data miner is one. I shouldn't have even picked it up. You know, we got negative points essentially just for picking it up, even though we're never going to use it. But I just thought, hey, we got nothing else. Oh my god, we didn't get hit. You know, maybe we'll hold it just in case. Later we can get an active item, maybe in a room with a reroll machine. And then this will allow us to reroll, to take a better active and then reroll data miner as well and maybe get something useful. And I know that seems like a narrow kind of criteria for success, but I don't think it is, actually. I think that's a fairly likely situation. Fairly plausible, shall we say. So, data miner is just... I think it's unusable. The juice is so much worth or less than the squeeze. It's not even close. Even if it was just random stat changes, that would be one thing. The fact that it screws up your screen. It's not even a major effect, but it's just like a slap in the face. Alright, so I'm embarrassed. I did walk into the fire there, but we walked into the fire to avoid getting hit by an enemy, so, you know, could be worse. Hoping for an arcade, but not necessarily thinking it's super likely. For now, we're going to be a lot less picky about items. Speed up is lovely. Then we would be on a run that has started with a great degree of, like, offense and success. Basically, you know, if we have Ipecac, we don't pick up Little Haunt, because we want the points. But with our present situation, I think it is warranted. Take whatever you can get, and then, you know, try to make it work regardless. You never know if Little Haunt's going to be the difference maker, right? So I am going to go back. I would really, really like there to be an arcade. IV bag, blood bag. I know we already got a blood bag, but still. These would be huge helps for us early. Okay, it's a self-sacrifice room that's probably not worth playing. Perhaps even definitely not worth playing. Regular secret room is a bit of a, you know, it's an enigma wrapped in a mystery. Let's see what the pills are. Health down, obviously terrible. Speed up's fine. Infested. Explosive diarrhea. And then another pill, we don't know what it is yet. These are re-rollable situations. 48-hour energy. Oh no. I'll tell you what though, check this out. All we need to do is get 1 penny. And if we get 1 penny, we get the coupon. We get the coupon, we got a better spacebar item. And we got the ability to snag potentially a free deal with the devil. So normally I probably would not consider investing here, but here we are. Not a secret room. So you know what? I'm going to actually just do this. And then if one of these has a penny, I will just cry. Fair enough. All right. So I think and maybe we could shoot that one, but really just to make ourselves feel bad. I still think the coupon is worth it here. I don't think it's worth a ton. We might as well at least try that, because we're not doing anything with 2 charges right off the bat. Okay, what does this give us? It's basically, I mean, there's 2 things in Isaac. You know, there's a few kinds of items in Isaac, but there's items that immediately improve your standing, and there's items that improve your ability to improve your standing. This is the latter. This is an item that allows us to get better faster, but does nothing for us immediately. What's another good example of an item like that? Like Guppy's Collar is a good one. Goat Head is a good one. You know, they vary, of course, but... And this is the risk when you get an item that's not necessarily immediately advantageous. You know, we got Krampus, and now we're holding the bag on coupon without really getting any kind of discernible benefit out of it for the time being. But, you know, with 0 money, it does allow us to get shop items. So, we probably did not need to use all of our bombs, but life goes on. So, we're just, you know, it is what it is. We're slow right now. Now, a run that goes to Mom's Heart is it's an interesting and fickle beast indeed. Boss Rush is a must-do. By the way, we're kind of on, like, a high alert for the idea... Can't open it, unfortunately. We're on high alert that we might be getting the achievement for having finished however many 30 or 31 dailies. I don't think we're quite there yet, because, like, it was, like, the first week that I was talking about Thanksgiving. And Thanksgiving was, like, just about, I don't know, maybe 3 weeks ago in the US. Here's the thing, you know, I don't live in your country. I know a lot about it, but I don't keep, like, an encyclopedic knowledge of when your holidays are. I'll tell you, I'll be honest, I don't know what month Columbus Day is in. All we do is go, oh, our neighbors to the south have the day off again. Celebrating the dude from Spain. Any opportunity to get off work for a day. First it was the Super Bowl, and now it's Columbus Day. Well, you don't get the Super Bowl off from work. You might get the next day off from work. If you're sick / hungover. I remember reading an article that was like, the most, and I don't know if this is true anymore, but it was the most called in sick day from work in the United States of America is the day after the Super Bowl. And I gotta be honest, it's an interesting thing to think about. I'm trying to think of what it would be in Canada. I don't think it would be like the day after the Stanley Cup Finals. It might still be the day after the Super Bowl, to be honest with you. The thing is, with the Stanley Cup Finals, you never know if it's the last game unless it's Game 7. Until it's already over. Yo, this was enormous. I'm gonna stick with coupon because we've been using... No, don't be stupid. Book of the Dead is amazing. And then take the guppy item. So coupon, you've done good work. But I have to leave you. I don't have to leave you. I'm gonna leave you. I'm choosing to leave you. Why? Because Book of the Dead is such an amazing item. And we've used it to great effect. And I honestly think a lot of people will sleep on this item, and that'll give us an advantage on the daily. Plus, it's just good to begin with. So, Euthanasia is okay. I would take it a step further. I think it's okay at best. But it does contribute to Spun. We're going to go to the Curse Room. Try not to lose your orbitals. It does make a difference. We may go to the shop, we may not. I'm gonna be honest, this is gonna seem goofy. I really thought that was gonna find the room for us. Oh, we didn't take damage on the way in? Why? I don't know how that happened, actually. There's a little bit of HP out here for us. Sure. Yeah. I mean, I don't think missing page 2 is awesome, but we'll do it anyway. We're not going to go to the shop on this floor. Very simple reason. Still got arcade chance on the next floor. So let's get the heck out of town. Again, we would have taken Book of the Dead regardless, so we probably didn't need to spend the money on coupon, and it didn't really get us anything slash much slash anything. Now, if they give us IV bag, we'll have to think about it. But I think we've got a good Samson daily going on here. Either way, if they give us IV bag, what are we complaining about? You know, we're going to make the decision that we feel is best. Sometimes I think, and I think we're guilty of this in real life as well, you know? Sometimes I think I would rather not have a choice. It's like a Dostoevsky Notes from the Underground, you know? There's a curse of the conscious man. Having a choice means, you know, being plagued by either inaction, because you can't decide which choice is the correct choice, or alternatively, living in misery from being like, did I make the wrong choice? But I think, you know, if you think about it logically, why wouldn't we want the ability to choose which one of these we prefer? You know, yeah, it's a tough decision. Oh, I got into Harvard and Yale. My life's so hard. Which one will I pick? Doesn't matter, dude. It's undergrad. Relax. This is an amazing Book of the Dead room, potentially. You know, I think if we, you know, forgive my verbiage, I think if we nut up, we realize that, you know, we'd rather have the ability to choose what we're going to do than just to be saddled with whatever arbitrary decision we're stuck with. You know, the pain of making a choice is secondary to the benefit of being able to evaluate things logically as a human being with your rational mind, and then, or even your emotional, you know, preferences, and figure out what you'd rather do. We're crushing right now, but it's not going to last forever. Like, our damage is great, but we don't have the engine to keep our damage great on every floor. It's just the blood bank that's really saving us here. Almost walked right into that. So where are we doing, how are we doing on today's daily? We're like, I don't know. I would say we're above the curve, but it is spotty. That hurt really badly, actually. That's undermined my confidence in myself. However, I do think we're ahead of the curve still. You know, this floor in particular is going really, really well, except for the damage we've taken. Book of the Dead is a wonderful item. We got good money here that we could use, and we will use immediately for something like that. And then try this, and I don't really want deep pockets. I'm willing to go a little further for this one. Dull Razor, huh? I'm not gonna do it, but it might be an IV bag surrogate. Okay, you know, I'm disappointed. 3-cent key? Yeah, I'll take it. I'm disappointed, but not, like, unbelievably so. I'm saving my money for something more valuable, even if it's just the ability to play a blood bank on the depths 2. You know, that's a very valuable floor for us to do that if we're going to be doing boss rush as well, which seems, you know, appropriate given the time frame right now. We'll take sharp pencil, or lead pencil. And we're not going back yet, even though we have the keys to open the golden chest we already fought for. We're not going back, because if we go back, we want to be able to have as much HP as possible to play the blood bank with as well, so. Dude, we are... cruising is not the right word, but we're starting to get some real pace. Now, it's going to hurt to go down to the next floor and have relatively weak... I just saw it coming. Have relatively weak damage again, but so be it, you know? No deal with the devil gives us good deal with the devil chance. Next floor, what do? Well, whatever we do it quickly. Step 1 is we look for guppy items, red chests, teleportations to deal with the devil right here. And instead we got exploration bonus. Life goes on. No. Next. Trying to do this without falling behind schedule, but it's not going to happen. We're going to come back here, see if we can get, I mean, ideally blood bag, but if we get IV bag, you know, we'll choose. Great money. Okay, fair enough. And then open these. Really, really good. Now, we're not going to spend forever playing these blood banks. We just have to make a decision at some point. We would love to get Guppy's head just for Guppy reasons. And look, we're heading to the next floor looking pretty solid. Quite a lot of HP to work with, but we got to be a little faster. The good thing about Book of the Dead is that it snowballs. You know, it's like learning. I only make references to learning. That's basically it. But you know, once you get to the point where you understand what you're learning and it becomes fun, you know, you hit that kind of like Mass Effect where you just want to keep learning and learning and learning. You know, okay, you know, I'm not going to double down on that. As quickly as possible, I should say. That's what we got going on here. You know, now that we have orbitals, we're going to start to get offensive improvements. We're going to get Bone Lords, is what I mean to say. And then our Bone Lords are going to do more damage. And then as a result of that damage being done faster, we're going to get the Book of the Dead charges faster, which means we're going to have more offense, which means we're going to lose less orbitals, which means we're going to stay ahead of the curve that much longer. I don't know if I want to open that. I got to think. Single biggest upgrade we could get at this point. Not a... I mean, it's got to be a secret room. Okay, yeah, we just placed it badly. Still just trying to get to actual offensive improvement levels, but we lost more orbitals there, unfortunately. What am I talking about? Well, we need a Tears upgrade. That's what I was going to say before we got distracted temporarily. The single biggest improvement we could get right now would be a Tears upgrade. Just trying to stay... Yeah, that's very good. Trying to stay well ahead of boss rush potentiality. It's a tough choice, at least at first blush. But then after I looked at it for a second, I was like, come on, dude. You want the wafer here. It's just a better... Dead Onion is fine, and, you know, the piercing shot ability of it is extremely tempting. This is a wild one, huh? I think you do this. I'll take restock for the consumables. And then we'll try to get... Sure, this is actually great. And you know what? Let's make this trinket permanent. Now, I don't want it because we can get a blood bag on the next floor, but... Or we can get a blood bank, I should say, on the next floor, but... I'll admit, it's a scary... thought to see Champion Belt, a raw damage upgrade in there, and be like, nah, why would I take damage? I could get damage on the next floor. But the damage we could get on the next floor could be a huge improvement over the damage that we get from Champion Belt. Okay, we don't need the damage anymore, so I think we're happy with where we are. Mom's Knife is just unbelievably great, of course. So what do we do now? Make it to boss rush. You're gonna rank well today. We've done enough. A lot of people, in my experience at least, and we will car battery here. That's huge with Book of the Dead, I think. A lot of people will have gone too slow to be able to make boss rush today. That, in and of itself, could give us the only advantage we need in order to rank well today. So we've already found our boss room. By the way, our damage is still garbage. But at least it's Mom's Knife garbage instead of, like, more traditional garbage. We'll go quickly look for our item room here. And we can be proud of today's daily. So far. I really, in my heart of hearts, I want you to know, even as the spikes had a single nanometer gap between them, my brain was like, you can do it. And I think that's a helpful attitude to have. I'd rather be a believer up until the final moment. Alright, we're coming very close to the time in which it will be difficult for me to justify looking for the item room. Thankfully, we found it. So I think we're going to be okay here. The item room, certainly Capricorn, even though there's a spun potentiality on the other side of the aisle here. Whatever. Okay, we're out. We'll beat Mom easily, in time. Still want to deal with the devil, but dude, this is... Now we're in a spot that we can be proud of, I think. Or happy with. But I am proud of today's daily as well. You know, we got the pace when we needed it. And it required a little bit of commitment. Now we are... If I was being honest... Oh, we just totally got rid of all of our orbitals. We did get a deal with the devil. Let's go. Easy choice. But we're not going to take the other item. So we're very close to Guppy now. Let's see what we get in here, and then I can talk. We have to take Tech X. So what I was going to say... Tech X is probably our best damage dealer now. What I was going to say is, if we're being honest with ourselves, we're probably about 2,000 points short of where we would expect to be at this point on the average run. But I think everybody's going to find themselves in a similar position. And dude, this, honestly, this one single room could set us up for the rest of the game. Between Book of the Dead and Car Battery, and the fact that we're going to get a ton of charges for Book of the Dead here. Basically, we're getting charges constantly, and then our charges are worth twice as much. So, I feel like we're going to end up leaving here with like an army, and also a full like protection of orbitals around us. It's bloat, so just be careful. You know, you can put Tech X on top of a Mom's knife run. In my brain, I'm still like, we gotta hit with the knife. It's deleterious. Whew. So the next step, if we really want to have a chance today, and I think right now we're looking at a like good triple-digit rank. If we really manage to accelerate somehow, maybe we could start to talk about a double-digit rank. But I think, to be honest, our early damage, the damage we've taken relatively consistently over the course of this run, it might leave us, you know, incapable of getting to the super good ranks, but still a good daily. But if we want to keep it up, next is picking the right floor for a self-sacrifice, if one exists. And that's the thrill of a Mom's Heart run, and also the danger of a Mom's Heart run. Now, consumable-wise, you know, we got we got Humbling Bundle, and also Sack of Pennies. So I think we're gonna gain quite a lot of consumables and get a lot of points out of that. But who isn't that has made it this far? Well, I'm happy we're having a good Isaac run here, because to level with you, like, I started today by recording a bunch of Slay the Spire, and it went terribly. Dude, Cricket's Head is such a good pickup for us here. So my hypothesis appears to hold true. You're either having a good day in Slay the Spire, or you're having a good day in Isaac. Rarely both, unfortunately. Alright, well that is a lot of orbital action. Starting now, not only can we afford to explore everything, I think we can't afford not to explore everything. Because if we find a self-sacrifice room on this floor, I tend to be kind of risk-averse on these runs. I wanted to mention that earlier, by the way. I'm wary to even mention the fact that the list of items I won't take in Isaac is growing. because it's contrary to the identity that I've built as the Master of Zane. However, the list of items I will never take is still like under... It's under 15 items, bar none. So let's not be dramatic. I'm still, you know, I took Dunce Cap. I think I took it right after the run in which it almost killed me. It's just, it's more like, it's not that I'm not going to take them, it's just that they have to be in the right permutation for me to take them. If the item is bad, we have to be, like, absolutely dominating the run in order to justify its existence. And then I like to take it. What I've stopped doing is just taking bad items to preserve my own identity as the guy who takes bad items and sometimes wins. HP? Worth a chance? Worth a shot? Mystery Sack will absolutely take. Rune potential is very high. Even just AWAS would probably buy us, you know, a few thousand points, bar none. And I am feeling very, very vindicated for holding Book of the Dead here. We will... you know what? It might be a good opportunity to see if you can get your secret room to work here. Okay, fair enough. We're gonna go here, because if we could, you know, become Guppy, we'd still like to. Could be a Chariot card, so we should peep it. By the way, also, as of right now, at least, feeling very vindicated that we chose to take the wafer earlier. We won't take that. Because I think... I mean, I just don't respect it as an item. Sorry. Okay, a library. We definitely want Bookworm. That's fine. We used a key. Realistically, we're not going to be fighting any of the heinous bosses. So I actually don't think there's much reason to take like a Book of Shadows. Great item, don't get me wrong. Just not what we need on this run. Book of the Dead is doing just fine. So we're happy with Bookworm at least, but everything else, the details of my run are quite inconsequential. My childhood was typical. Luge lessons in Rangoon. Okay. I do not want to play that blood bank. It's irrelevant right now. What is highly relevant is the chance to find a self-sacrifice room, and I'll level with you. Inside of my brain right now, I'm like, wait a minute. Did we see a self-sacrifice room on the last floor, but we were too busy doing a Dr. Evil quote to notice? I hope not. Or maybe I hope so. And then we get one on this floor. And I've saved myself from myself. I guess we'd rather have Balls of Steel. Not in real life. That would be inconvenient for a multitude of reasons. Heavy, loud, pinch the skin down there. I don't think you'd be, I don't think you'd be happy. Now, fiberglass, maybe. A little itchy, but lighter. Still strong. Structural integrity. Thermodynamically inert, relatively speaking. What am I talking about? I don't know, okay? This is what happens when you record 4,000 episodes of the same game. Start talking about what kind of material would be ideal for a synthetic genital. But most of you watching probably asleep by now, so I will never have to answer for my verbal crimes. No self-sacrifice room. What does this mean? Well, it means we're in for a short daily today. I don't know if we've missed a window. I don't think we have. So to me, I think that means there's very little left to do. This would be one thing. Look for a second secret room. Okay. Now, the last thing, and there's a theoretical possibility here because we have Mystery Sack. Either way, it's a point generator. I don't think that's a secret room. The other way through this... Oh, we have invincibility, of course, but... the other way through this... is what we just did right there, and then play the boss trap room, and you're hoping for an AWAS to appear out of Mystery Sack. Or out of whatever we get here. Either way, well, it's kind of a boring end to this, but I don't think there was a better route. I don't know if there was a chance that maybe you could get an AWAS or a shovel, or... We didn't say no to the shovel on this run, right? We said yes to the dress. We didn't say no to the shovel. Well, we're out. Still a fun run, but a little bit gone before its time. We're 78th. That's a great rank. Well, okay. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys have enjoyed the episode. If you did, click the like button. It helps a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. But for now, thanks for watching, and I will see you next time. See you!